Hey everyone, thanks so much for being interested in this opportunity. Whitney and I never thought we would be where we are today. And what once was a challenger and just doing a fitness program has now turned into a part-time job. And a lot of you see our posts and wonder how we make a living or supplemental income off of it. So we decided to make this movie and show you a little bit of details on the business of Beachbody, being a Beachbody coach.
Cool. Yeah. Hey guys, my name's Whitney. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. And we just wanted to encourage you guys as we go through this presentation to jot down notes. Anything that we talk about and that you have more questions about, we'll be in touch with you right after this event. And we're excited to hear what you think and then answer any questions you have, because both Jamie and I are very candid and pretty open book about the business. So we're happy to figure out if it's the right step for you and if you think that this would be a good fit in your life. So we're going to share with you a little presentation that we made just so you guys have a visual of everything as we're speaking and you don't have to look at us the whole time. So we are Team DreamBuilders, and Jamie and I have come together and created this team within Beachbody. So you'll just see a couple different fun photos of our team and a lot of our friends in the business on this slide. And then we're just gonna jump right in and have you guys check out a little bit more. And we'll tell you a little bit about our stories too. Jamie, do you wanna kick it off?
Sure. So I didn't seek out Beachbody. Beachbody kind of found me. I wasn't looking for a part-time job. I was just looking to get in shape. And Whitney was a mutual friend of a friend, and offered this challenge, this couples challenge. And being the competitive person that I am, I jumped in, and all of a sudden I just had so much fun with this and so much fun sharing my experience with it that I am borderline part-time, full-time with this business. So right now, I'm a mom of a 4-year-old and my husband Carlos, and I work a part-time job, and about once a month I travel and do trade shows at universities. So I'm always on the go and I never have a set schedule. So having a gym membership doesn't work for me because my schedule changes on a daily basis. I have a degree in communications. I love talking to people and I love sales, but I have a hard time approaching people, and loved the concept of this business because it wasn't about the hard sale that I struggle with in my other business. It's about sharing. And then before I had Levi, I was a triathlete. I love trail running, and I just recently became a PiYo Live instructor. So fitness is just a part of my life. So being a Beachbody coach just complements it. It was nothing more than adding value to my life and a source to gain some supplemental income.
Oh, I love hearing your story. Mine's a little bit different. I went to Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo and always dreamt of being the CEO one day of my own business, but I envisioned like life in a big city and maybe a CFO somewhere. So I studied business finance at Cal Poly and jumped right into the finance world right after I got out of school. Worked for a couple years in it and just discovered like I wasn't super happy at my job. I felt like another number. I felt like somebody sitting in a cubicle, and I just wondered if the work I was doing even mattered and if anybody would notice if I just wasn't there. You know, I didn't feel like I had that purpose. So as I was kind of surveying what I wanted to do with my life, our jobs, actually a lot of ours at the company got eliminated, and mine was one of those. And so I took that time after getting laid off to really decide, what do I want to do with my life? And I knew that I had a heart for others. I knew I wanted to serve others, and I knew I loved fitness. I was training for Ironman at the time. And I thought, man, I could teach others how to do an Ironman or help them with their physical fitness. So I jumped all in. I looked into companies that had, a coaching opportunity, and Beachbody popped up. So I started there to see if I liked the idea of helping people, and it was the shoe fit perfectly. I from there went on and got my personal training degree or certification and my group fitness certification, and I've never really looked back. So I'm more of what you call a full-time Beachbody coach. And that's one of my fur babies over there on the right. And my dream with the whole coaching business and having that independence is to one day open up my own dog rescue for homeless animals. So that's a little bit about myself and my story and how I got involved with Beachbody. So this is our company a little bit before there was the coaching opportunity. Go ahead, Jamie.
So this slide just makes me laugh because I've been a coach now for 2 years, and about 5 years ago, I was single and I was living in a studio and just, I don't know, just kind of in a funky place. I was like 30 and not married yet, didn't have kids yet. And anyways, just you guys know where that is, that point in your life. But a friend of mine said, hey, I got some workout DVDs from my boss. Would you want to come over after work and work out in my garage? It's called Insanity. I'm like, sure. I do whatever she does. She does whatever I do. So this workout just seemed like it would be fun for us to do. And she lived like 5 minutes from my work. So I did the whole program with her, went over to her house every day. And we had great results and never knew that Insanity was the same that was, I don't know, under the umbrella of Beachbody. So Beachbody, even though you might not have heard of that name, you've probably heard of P90X, Insanity, 21 Day Fix. What are some of the other ones? Body Beast, all those workouts. Yeah, those are Beachbody. So that's the company that you would be working for. Those are the products that they offer.
And then, so people were having such incredible results with these products, they were starting to share it with their friends, just like Jamie got, somebody shared it with her. And Beachbody's like, we need to reward these people who are sharing it. So they created the coach opportunity. So it's always been founded on having success with the programs and then sharing that with your friends and family. And that bottom line is what this business is about. So these are just a few examples of other programs that we've launched since the coach opportunity was born. And we've also got an incredible line of nutritional products now to go along with it, because as we all know, it's the full package. This is a little example too of when I was really diving in and looking for a company that would be the right fit for myself as I was looking into different, companies where I could coach. I didn't want the quick fix. I didn't want any companies that just sold a diet pill. I wanted the full package. And so like I kind of described before, Beachbody is fitness. Beachbody has an incredible team of nutritionists that send out these incredible meal plans and nutritional products to help people become healthy from the inside out. And then I think what makes us so successful, and I'll let Jamie chime in with what she thinks too, but I think it's the peer support and the challenge groups that we get to lead, just helping motivate people even on the days where you don't want to do it. You get to be that cheerleader for somebody. You get to be that, person on the other end of the phone texting saying, hey, I'm up, it's 5 a.m., let's get our workout in. So that peer support and just the recognition that we share with each other and shout outs, all of it ties into, I think, what makes Beachbody so successful.
Yeah, I agree. I like that it's the complete package, because for my age range with all of us having young kids, it's hard to show up at Gold's Gym. A lot of people have stereotyped it as a meat market, and in Santa Barbara, it's a lot of 20-year-olds that are just like walking around strutting their stuff. And here we are like in our mid 30s, just trying to get our heart rates up, just trying to get a little cardio in and tone up, and don't need all that noise behind us. And so what this company offers and what we encourage you guys to do is you go on a journey with Beachbody, and then the part that you'll start earning residual income is you start sharing your story and getting other people to follow you. So you pick a day to start, you pick a workout program, you drink your Shakeology, and all the workout programs offer a meal plan. So you prep for the meal plan and you have all your meals, you take photos of your meals, your shakes, your workouts, and your results. And then you just go on this journey and share with everybody your results, and people are going to be like, I want what she's having, or I want to do what you're doing, because you're making it work. You're able to work out before the kids wake up or during their nap time, or if you like working out at night after they go to bed. But it's not a set schedule like a gym membership. You get to push play whenever it works out for you. So you could be a stay-at-home mom and all of a sudden get in the best shape of your life without even leaving your house. And like Whitney said, the like icing on the cake with this whole thing is the peer support. When you're a new mom, you're kind of locked in your house and you're just isolated because you're taking care of your babies and you're taking them to and from places, or you might be like me and you just have 2 jobs and you don't have time to make friends and be social and to have fun. And this business, part of your job description is being social and getting to hang out with like-minded people and sharing your results and getting together and supporting each other. So it's just that camaraderie that I think sets this business apart from a lot of the other ones out there.
So true. Okay, this is one of my favorite slides. So on the left, you'll see Jamie's Ultimate Reset results, which is a big cleanse that Beachbody has designed. And then on the right are my Ultimate Reset results. But the picture behind, that picture of thousands of people, that's at our National Coach Convention last year in Nashville. We set the world record for most people working out at one time. And we did it on just kind of the famous Nashville Strip right there. And if you were to zoom in on this picture, you would see so many different body types. You'd see male, female. You'd see every race, every ethnicity. There's not one mold for the perfect coach. And those are all coaches on that strip. Those are people who just have a heart for others and they're on their own fitness journey. And I think that's what I like the most is we've never reached this, there's this misconception about you have to have the perfect body or, you have to be in the best shape of your life. And there is every weight down there on that street. There is, just every walk of life and every story. So there's definitely not a mold per se to fit the perfect coach. And in fact, the more unique you are, the better off I would say you are as a coach because you have your own journey, you have your own story. Go ahead, Jamie. You can take over what a coach doesn't have to be.
So I had a hard time when Whitney approached me about being a coach for the business because I have a lot of friends who are pro athletes, pro triathletes in our community, or they own gyms in town. And I was like, I am not going to get on social media and pretend that I'm somebody I'm not. Because in my head, a coach was someone who had all these certifications and had this like perfect body and you just wanted to be like them. And that, I don't know, they just had this, I don't know what the right word is, but they just were their own, they worked for their job. So they earned their title. And now here I am just like signing up for a challenge pack. And then all of a sudden I'm jumping on board calling myself a coach. But what Whitney described to me is that a coach is someone who simply motivates others. You're sharing your story, that the more like real you are about where you are in your life, the more relatable you are. So if we had like the 6-packs and the boobs and the perfect body, a mom that is trying to get rid of her baby weight is not going to be able to relate to you. But if you talk about how you're a stay-at-home mom and your kids are going into school and you're just trying to tone up and feel good about yourself and feel sexy for your husband, people can relate to that. So it's the ability to like share your progress and help motivate others to live their healthiest self. Am I missing anything here on the bullet points? Yeah, it's just talking about your journey of wanting to live your best self, be your best self.
Be your best self. So true. So benefits to becoming a coach. Now, this is a fun little picture. This is Paul and I over in Punta Cana, which was a Success Club trip we just took with Beachbody. And Jamie and another coach, Emily, on our team after one of I think that was one of your fit clubs down in Santa Barbara, right, Jamie?
Yeah, we just popped the iPad up and did a plyo workout on the grass while our kids were playing in the park behind us.
So I guess just overall benefits of a coach, obviously, like you are your own CEO. So you get to decide how often you work this business. You get to decide what kind of employee you want to be. Do you want to be a full-time coach? Do you want to be a part-time coach? But I would say benefits, if I could do like a benefits package, would be the friendships and then the relationship builder that this company is. We really focus on this concept of personal development, and it has saved my relationship with Paul, and it is just, it's enhanced it. It's made me become a better person. So I think that would be, I would say, biggest benefits package is just the person you become, because you're working out every day, you're eating right, like your body is now your temple and you're just kind of becoming your best self. But freedom-wise, you're welcome to build this business in person with other people like Jamie and Emily do, and workouts where Emily has people come over to her house and she has awesome little fit clubs in her backyard. That's how I started, is just working out in the park with other women. Or you can build the business online. Jamie was sharing her journey online as she was going through my challenge group that I was leading her through. And people were like, what are you doing? Like, looks so fun. And that's kind of when you asked me about coaching, right, Jamie?
Yeah, I asked you about it. I was just buying the Shakeology, and my husband and I both we liked different flavors. He was a vanilla fan and I was a chocolate. And it's a meal replacement shake, and it isn't the cheapest on the market because it's the best on the market, and you pay for quality. And with that, I was like, okay, we're buying 2 bags a month. Like, you got to tell me what to do to get these bags paid for. And she's like, well, you can be a coach like me. And I watched a video very similar to this, and I was all on board because there was nothing to lose. There's no investment. Like most direct sales out there that you see, you don't have to buy inventory. Excuse me. And you can quit at any time. So that's what's great. You don't have to like sign on the dotted line and sell yourself in the next year. If you can dabble in it, and if it's not for you, you can back out, or you can be like me and dabble in it, and then all of a sudden it turns into this awesome part-time job.
Yeah, huge. So I just wanted to touch on this part. I know a lot of people, perks speak to them about a job. That was not something that drew me to this business, though it's something that has changed my life in this business. So every year, if you help 3 people a month for a year, you earn what we call a Success Club trip. And Beachbody rewards their coaches who are continuously helping 3 people a month. That's it. That's just extending your hand to 3 people in your life saying, hey, let's work out together. Hey, let's try this meal plan together. Hey, other moms, you guys want to lose 5 pounds this month? Let's all do it together. So 3 people a month, and they sent us on a trip. Jamie and Carlos, and then Paul and I, we all got to go to Punta Cana this past April. And it was just, a week of reconnection. You can bring your kids, absolutely, if you want to. But it was just nice. And it's now become an annual trip that Paul and I really look forward to. He's not somebody that can take vacation time at his job. So for us to just once a year be able to get away and kind of reconnect, we come back so much stronger, so much happier, so much more connected as a couple. What do you think about, Jamie, with you and Carlos? Same kind of thing?
When I took Carlos, he was like, oh man, a company vacation, what am I in for? Like, am I going to have to do all these workouts? Am I going to have to, look a certain type? And the coolest thing about it was they just opened up an environment for us. It was the Hard Rock in Punta Cana, and we just got to relax and do what we wanted. And it was all inclusive, 4 nights and 5 days. We came home, and Carlos said he had, that was one of his most favorite vacations. It was the first time that he's traveled internationally. So as, a young couple, and we have a mortgage and lots going on, taking an international vacation would be the last thing that we would plan on our own. But knowing that I earned the trip for free kind of forced us to figure it out. And when we came home, it was one of the coolest things that we've ever done. And like you said, Whitney, your husband that's not a part of the business, it thanks you for taking them. And it wasn't money out of our pockets. And it just reconnected our marriage so much that I literally want to work this business just to go on the trip next year to have 5 days in Cancun with my husband again. Like, yes, I'll drink the shakes. Yes, I'll do the workouts and get in shape. It just seems like such a win-win that if you just commit to it, it's going to change your life and it's going to make it more fun in so many ways. So it's a great company.
Okay, so this is sometimes the overwhelming part for people. They feel like, okay, this sounds great. Now I don't even know where to start. I don't know. I don't have a network. I think when I started, I might have had 100 to 200 friends on Facebook. I was really picky about who I friended, so I didn't know social media. And I was kind of scared. I'm like, now what? Don't feel that way. Don't feel overwhelmed, because you have a team in DreamBuilders, our team, where we have the trainings for you. We do weekly calls. We have all kinds of resources and trainings that we've developed that helped us along the way that we're now sharing with our new coaches. So you're very much joining a family. You're very much joining a tribe. And this picture right here with all the couples and kids, that was a little team retreat we just did up in Morro Bay in November, where we brought, we said, bring your spouse, bring your kids, and we just did a getaway weekend for everybody. So it becomes a family, and you don't have to feel like you're alone in this by any means. It's actually the opposite of what you should feel. You should feel like, oh man, I'm about to get a whole new group of friends because we become very, very, very close. Even though a lot of us have never even met in person, like we are very much feel like sisters and feel like family, even though we could be across the country from each other. So pretty neat. So what kind of are your options? Jamie, do you want to touch on this for everyone?
Sure. So what I would recommend, and of course you can do both and people are successful at both, but if you are new, I would recommend being a customer first. I want you to fall in love with the products, because I don't want you to jump into something if you're not going to be able to sell the products or share the products if you don't love them. So how I got started was I signed up for a challenge group, and Whitney has them going once a month. And in December, she did one for how to stay on track through all the holiday parties. And it was great. So we had a date and we signed up, and I got to, I printed out the meal plan, put it on my fridge. I told my husband, like, we're doing this, and we're replacing one meal a day with Shakeology, and we're working out 6 days a week with these 30-minute workouts. And at the end of the 30 days, if you feel like your life has changed and you want to share it with all your best friends, and then you'd want to become a coach, because it's just in you to pay it forward. If you're that kind of person that wants to share what works for you, then you're the ideal coach. And then you can kind of follow us as we lead the challenge group and be kind of an intern and see what it's all about. Now, if you already know that you love the products, or you're like, I don't need to test the waters, I just want to jump right in, you can become a coach. It's the same sign up. It's this, you're buying the same products. And again, you're not buying products like as inventory, they're consumable. So we want you to get the workout program that you want to do, the flavor of Shakeology that you want to drink, and share. So that's one huge thing, is that either way, you're buying something that's consumable. Mm-hmm. And then you just start sharing it with others. I have a friend who's a Pilates instructor, and when I told her about the business opportunity, she didn't even want to talk about being a customer. She signed up as a coach right away. She was talking to her clients in the Pilates studio, and they said, yeah, we'll try it. And she got like 4 customers in the first week that she was a coach. So, there's different kinds of people. I'm just sharing with you how I got started. Yeah. So those are your 2 options.
Yeah, and like for myself, I was looking for a business opportunity, and there's lots of people out there looking for part-time jobs, looking for something, a lot of stay-at-home moms looking for maybe just an extra $100 or $200 a month that they could bring in, either for money that they can use on themselves, like that little extra pamper sesh, or one extra outfit, or something you can provide for the family. So I was looking for the business opportunity. So whether you want to be a customer first and fall in love with the products, or you want to be a coach and help people, you have so many options with this. So neither way is better or worse. They're both awesome. So like Jamie said, it's the same fee getting started, whether you want to be a coach or you want to be a customer. It's right around $160. You get all of our fitness programs that you could ever want, and then all of them that are going to be released this year. You can stream everything from home on a smart TV or on your iPad or on your phone at the gym. You get a month's worth of Shakeology. You get all of our meal plans, all the portion control containers. And then if you want to jump in right away with the business, they're going to waive your coach fee, which typically is a $40 coach sign-up fee. They don't even charge you for that because they know that you're going to get to know the products, get to love them, so they waive that totally for you. And kind of the last piece of that as you continue on, if you do decide to sign up as a coach, it's $15 a month to be a coach, you guys. That's it. Like, I used to want to open my own coffee shop, and I thought about how much that would cost a month just to like the overhead of running my own business, and just the number alone overwhelmed me. So $15 a month, you get all your websites, you get all the discounts, 25 to 30% off on all of our products. So if you fall in love with Shakeology, now boom, you can get it for the price that all of us coaches get it for. And then you don't have to do any of the back end stuff for a typical business. So you don't have to inventory anything. Beachbody takes care of that for you. And you don't have to ship anything. They are in charge of all of it. And that's what that $15 a month covers for us. So, Jamie, did you want to add anything to either of those?
No, just that picture on the left is Whitney and I at in Punta Cana. They set up a Shakeology bar in the hotel, which was awesome. So we were having our shakes after our workout, which is pretty fun. But some people say, like, I have a friend who's a teacher, and she has summers off and loves the workouts, loves sharing, but she's not a shake person. So she was like, oh, I don't think I can be a coach. Like, I'm not a shake person. It's nothing against Shakeology. The cool thing is we have so many products now that you don't have to be a shake person. They have a performance line, which they have like an energized pre-workout formula and a recover after workout formula. And if you're the type of person who loves like gnarly workouts and you want that like supplement and the hydration, the electrolytes in between, you can get that on a monthly basis. And that's fun to share with your husband too, because when Carlos was training for his triathlons, I'd always fill one water bottle with Energize for him. And he'd come back and I'd make his recovery drink for him. And we're buying the stuff anyways at, running shops and sports shops. We might as well be making commission off of them. So they have so many opportunities for end products that a typical person that loves health and fitness would already be buying.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I do have a coach on our team is allergic to one of the superfood ingredients in Shakeology, so she herself can't drink it. But she loves, every month she gets the 3-day cleanse. And so every start of the month, she starts the month clean with a 3-day cleanse. And that qualifies her to be a coach. So don't feel like you have to be a shake person at all to do this. You can be your own CEO. You can have the freedom to do anything you guys want with it. And I think that's why I love this business the most, is it's freedom in all senses of the word. So thank you guys so much for tuning in with us today and listening to the opportunity and what Dream Builders is all about. Jamie and I will probably be reaching out to you within today after you've watched this video, and we're so excited to kind of answer any questions you have. Nothing's off the table, so be super open with us. We're happy to share anything.
All right. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Have a good one.